with two senoritas, kiss rings when you meet us. P. Diddy run the city, show no pity. I'm the witty one, Frank the crook from the brook. Matty Brook, up your connect, no respect. Off to all y'all diminished for 20 minutes until we finish.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Toronto Raptors. Taking a look at Toronto, these guys have been rolling. There is some significance to this game for them because victory here means they will officially have the third best record in the league. Tonight, two teams that have had great success, the kind of battle that could have future ramifications. Kenny, these teams may have to play each other again down the road in the playoffs. How can they set the tone here?
Oh, send a message. Even if you got to write it and give it to the ball boy to take down to the other bench, you send that message that we're here to play, and this is how it's going to be today, tomorrow, and in the future.
And as a player, you look forward to these matchups, Ernie, because as a team, you learn where you guys stand against the best.
And now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
Sit down, be humble, 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 sit down.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. You know, they took the last game against the Pistons in Detroit, and just a 2-point win there. They had to fight tooth and nail for.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
Active hands on the defensive end, and it paid off. A lot of easy in transitions because of that.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. Being said, let's head to the sideline and famer David Aldridge. DA?
Well, guys, when DeMar DeRozan hit free agent of 2016, he did not meet with any other, and the Raptors want to meet with any other team. He said, I am Toronto. Outside of where I'm from, I represent this city harder than anybody. It was all I've known. I came at 19, treated it like home ever since.
And DeRozan is so important. I'm sure they're sticking around for the long haul. And Steve, when you're this deep into the season, what are the teams that know they're playoff bound doing to prepare for the playoffs, prepare for that offseason run?
Well, recently they've been resting a lot of players because they know they can sneak a few days in. And then a lot of, coaches, kind of dabble with different combinations, different wrinkles, added different things. So that's the luxury of having and you can a little things and also run a little wrinkles to get a season.
Hold up and Gatorade. Let's check the floor. On the court for the Celtics. Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Tatum out there with Horford, and it's Baines in at the 5 spot. Just 5. Here's Lowry. That one's not going to go. Good D by Irving. Tatum with it. It's Ibaka picking him up.
Credit Kyrie, tremendous vision. Fine man.
Irving. Ibaka outside. No good off the front iron. So it's Boston now. They're coming off against Minnesota.
And anytime you show your role, and that now scoring.
Oh, you're for extra contribution. But for stretches, backups control the game. He's the deep, makes a nice adjustment.
And Ibaka slams it in.
For a veteran, Ibaka still gets these alley-oops.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. DeRozan, here Green. Basket is good for one more at the free throw line.
And really, Brown is talented at nailing shots even while getting hit. What muscle has?
The Celtics shooting the free throw of the night.
And I think the strength numbers line across the board, 77%.
Brown, no good on the free throw.
You know, so many people eyes the Irving trade. Throughout the decades, Boston's been afraid to pull the bean. They moved up to number 2 to draft the great Bill Russell, moving back to number 3 to draft McHale, add Parrish, assembling the big 3 for a championship, then dismantling that big 3, those unprotected picks. An organization that stopped nothing.
And this trip to the line tonight, Toronto making a change here. Nogueira's checked in. Free throw good from Brown.
And, you know, thinking about Kyrie's legacy here in Boston, this is a town only about championships. That's how his contribution is going to be measured. And only time will tell if he can walk in the shoes of the greatest to ever put on.
Oh, the offense looked out of only field.
Again, we played about it here in the first. Pass to Horford. Brown out. Fires at the elbow. Not enough on that one.
Tough miss. He found some space inside the arc. Deliver.
On and over. Ibaka. Irving against Lowry. Irving. Laden by 7. Tatum kicks to Brown. Horford sets a screen for Brown. Irving. He drills it from outside. Irving, 5 points so far.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
So timeout called here. The first Toronto. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which by the building.
And the last was walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
And you can be sure they will be counting on their reserves to step up again in a big way.
And as of late, they have not looked at all. Actually,
they're starting to get sales. Really need that one big play to spark back into them.
And let's look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Lowry.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D. That's an aspect game to get back.
Just under 3.5. And they get it. Off on the drops. Lowry's got his first basket of the night.
A nice make there from Lowry in the mid-range. He can do some damage.
You know, the 6 buddy.
A hard-nosed defender. He put a body on the line with time. You see him taking a lot of great quickness, too, and anticipate to rack up a lot of steals. And when you think about a slasher, a guy who makes his living attacking off the no better example than DeMar DeRozan.
You know, Steve, DeRozan, a great ball handler for his size. He can isolate or work in the pick and roll.
Does a nice job of coming off screens and rolls, being able to create for his teammates. A big-time slasher that can put you on a poster.
Group shots.
He's off on the first. And offensively, the great teams pass a good shot for a great shot. And San Antonio seems to be an example of that, if not this year, certainly in the past. Where do you draw the line, though, Steve, between great passing and then...
Well, I think then teams are saying not equipped mentally or physically or skill-wise to take that shot. If you have an open shot, you got to be a little selfish. If it's a better shot, you move it on. But at times, you got to take that good shot and believe that you can make it, or just make. A lot of teams are not making the right play. They're overpassing.
Now here's 9 points last game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Lowry. Smart misses. Raptors trail by 8. DeRozan dishes to Lowry. DeRozan passes to Nogueira. Back to DeRozan. Lowry kicks to Powell. They set the screen. And Boston with the rebound.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Here's Rozier. Off target with his three.
You won't see him miss many of these. A wide open look from distance.
Outside DeRozan. Passes it to Powell. Back to DeRozan. Fires the three. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
Looking now at the numbers for Smart, how the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's right around 9 points a night, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Horford sets a screen for Smart. Picked by Horford. Back to Smart. They need this one beyond the arc. Smart's got himself his first points of the game on the deep ball.
And that's back-to-back threes. The deep to be slacking off a little bit.
Nogueira gets a screen for DeRozan. Back to Lowry from outside the arc. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Lowry's got his second basket of the night.
Great heads-up look there from DeRozan to get it an easy basket.
Picked by Horford. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting. That ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
And DeMar DeRozan, always, Greg, among the league leaders in free throw attempts.
And when you look at him, 6'7", 220 pounds with tremendous athleticism, he has got all the tools. Though that attack mentality, savvy basketball player. Those little shot fakes, his foot will help this guy live it. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now Powell, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
.36 seconds left here in the first quarter. There's a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Miles.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
One shot, gentlemen.
On the free throw, no good.
What you love about Jakob Poeltl is his size. A 7-footer who plays hard, ends of the floor.
Here's Rozier. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Right. And no good. That's. And so it's the Boston Celtics. Point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more in store for you right after this. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
expect so much out of each other every single night, and you know the team is going to go as hard as we go, as well as the other pieces that we have on the team, but we have to control it from a standpoint off each other.
Is that it's not just the expectations of the media, but also perhaps the most demanding of all are the expectations they've got for each other.
Oh yeah. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another. And I got to tell you, it's fun to watch.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
C.J. Miles. White is out there with Powell. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Siakam in at the fourth. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter.
And in today's game, we're really thinking of passing as the key to an efficient offense. But this Raptors club, they do it a different way. For them, the screen is the assist, giving their guards space to pull up or attack the rim.
Now Powell, after Marcus Smart missing on that last three-pointer. In the corner, right with it. And the Raptors miss again. Celtics leading by 12. Rozier, he hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The pass to Ojale. 6 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Nice shot by Smart. And the Celtics 14. And the Raptors for the last few seasons, Greg, right at the bottom of the league in assists.
Yeah, but nevertheless, they do make good decisions. They're a low turnover team, and they've been pretty efficient offensively. One area where you can offset that is by their ability to get to the free throw line, because that puts a lot of pressure on your defense with their ability to attack.
And the Raptors called.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mindset, and come back out fresh.
Celtics. Tatum, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Brown comes in for Smart. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Rozier. Now here's Wright. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Pass to Van Fleet. Clock at 6. Shots good by Ibaka.
This is where Serge is most dangerous. Extremely confident now from beyond the arc.
To Ojale. Brown outside. And Wright down.
Dad, he's better than that. Come on.
Passes it to Van Fleet. Miles with it. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Straight on Chunas. The wing, offensive rebound, good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Just a tremendously hard worker.
The pick, Brown, that will not fall, and Toronto will come the other way, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And after the Raptors were swept in the 2017 conference semifinals, do you guys get the sense that Coach Dwayne is on the hot seat?
You know, I don't think so. I think Casey already survived a changing of the guard in the front office. He doesn't feel the pressure to keep his job, just the pressure to do his job, putting his players in the best position.
Anunoby, he's checked in for the Raptors. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Wright. Now here's DeRozan after Jaylen Brown's miss.
And it's the guy that can get you stops, aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range as well.
Now here's Irving. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Timberwolves in this.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
Oh, easy putback. Nobody on it.
If there's one thing you're trying to minimize, it's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Steve, it seems like players are getting more leeway to shoot, but the one thing coaches cannot stand are turnovers. That's been universal, and for the beginning of the game, talk about how you can cut those turnovers down.
I think for a lot of players, it really started to go back to that could definitely cut down turnovers. Next, I think it has to be something that really, it hurts you. I think a lot of guys turn it over and they're like, well, we're getting to the next play. Turn the basketball over, and that has to hurt you. Then I think also a lot of guys make the simple play. Don't go for the fences. Go for the bunts. Just give it to him in stride. Pay the time. Over dribble and overthink the right play.
Focus, I would think, too. Thing in right has got to.
And communication down turnovers.
Okay, well, to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, it may not up in the end. Jonas Valanciunas has something to that. He said, I make sure they don't forget about spending them. Vegas can do different things. And I said they can ball and score post. I agree. Kevin?
Well, the centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint.
Shooting two.
And that one misses.
The Celtics trade for Kyrie Irving waves in August. Before had a pair of 5-point-per-game scorers swap teams in the offseason. That's what you call a blockbuster.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Toronto. Free throw.
No doubt, Irving, 6 inches taller, fits.
And it's Plaka.
Great defense by Say, tremendous with insane length and leaping ability.
On Boston in the game. Aaron Cash, second chance basket of the night right there.
Gotta love some shots.
Calls timeout. Next.
Yeah, this league is moving on one score. Isolate, trying to pick your defender. Allows defenders a chance to.
For Valanciunas with the sub. Monroe's checked in. Raptors trip. Kicks to Ibaka. Outside. 46 left here. And again, no good. Cross 3 from beyond the arc to St. Gordon. Screen by Monroe's. Steps back. Wakes up. High bouncing go. And now a 12.
Tatum short and see now. Mid-range when he is not for a second.
Point outing in their left.
Defense is 4 steals.
Brown again. Shoots over Brown. And the Raptors miss again. Celtics lead. 44 left in the first half. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Brown. And it's 7 points for Ping.
The thing has balance when setting up for the jumper.
Robert Horford. That one a little.
When you defend a good, this is how you contest fouling.
In the corner, Irving with it. It's still. On the wing. Plenty of daylight on that shot. DeRozan's got 4 per quarter.
The aggressive mindset of DeRozan. Catches and shoots without hesitation.
Right side, Irving. Over Lowry. Here and Bolt's a call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Yeah, that's a tough for the rest to make. I was on the but that's how they saw it.
And so it's the Boston Celtics sitting a lead up by Clinic in the paint. Shots are fair. Pound. It's David Aldridge from the.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
Come out with a focus and intensity that, whatever, keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm and we have a great tempo, so just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Kenny Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half. Getting going. Execution from both the defense and offensive area triggered to run things off. Number 2, really in half. Kenny, what's your take on Boston?
Yeah, offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. All in play have been excellent. Out of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they're generating. It's pretty to watch. Mental basketball.
Shaq, what was your way on Toronto?
Struggling enough in the rim is really at the top of the list. Haven't made that effort. Protect the rim.
That's it for now as the second half go.
Welcome back to Canada. The famous in Nathan Phillips Square, just in front of City Hall. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of this margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And I love it in that they really value each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined.
Well, we're getting back to the action. It's been a one-team far here in the third. Boston leading by 14. Short for the Celtics. Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Horford is out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Tatum in at the 3. And it's Brown.
Not a big threat. Why the defense backed off a little.
Anunoby, good.
He's the kind of player that even the best defense will answer.
Up over 52%. Pick by Horford. There's the pick. Irving kicks to Baines. The kick out to Brown. Shot clock at 5. Horford, good. By 15.
Not just a super athlete, tremendous floor general as well.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It is a player you got to travel all the country, about every major metro area in the nation. Wait, you were doing which city did you always to playing in the most?
You know, it was Miami because I had the friends, and let's be honest, the weather and back to the restaurants. But energy and the basketball knowledge, New York City. You have great conversations with people at a deli all around the city of New York, and then playing Mecca, New York place.
And Beal appreciated there, whether they despised you because you were good and were going to hurt the Knicks, or you were playing for New York and they could cheer you on. Am I right?
Yeah, you're totally right. The one thing they did, Kevin, like you said, playing well or not, or rooting for you or not, they told you the truth.
He's perfect from the line this time.
What you get with possesses the proto-frame for an NBA wing. That helps him get to the frequency.
Irving beyond the arc, and again from deep.
And he, at this point, feels backbreaker.
Showing no burst, double-digit lead, and still putting it on him.
Now, here's Val. They look to hit part of their offense right now.
Nice shooter. Kyle Lowry extends the defense, trying to cover him.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey about the chemistry on his team. He said, we couldn't be better. There's no ego, hidden agenda. He told me, come deep, and we really mean that.
And depth is a crucial part of any team's success. Knowing you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge.
Take a break. Take a break.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, the Raptors have the advantage of continuity. There's a trust, understanding they share. Helps them win a lot of games.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. C.J. Miles, he's for Kobe, and it's Powell in for DeMar DeRozan. And a change for the Ojale is checked in. And so Irving nailed. And we can talk about the continuity and maturity of this Raptors team. Is there a flip side?
Well, Kevin, his front office has brought in young pieces. I wouldn't write off their upside. They can improve if the good guys make some.
Raptors trail by 15. Lowry pass. And Boston with
just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been
out to the wing. Here's Ojale. And they fall down. All kicks to Ibaka. Now here's Valanciunas. Powell with the screen. And the basket by Lowry.
Just a wise decision to shoot in there. Just a cute player really makes the right.
Stolen by Valanciunas. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Powell dishes to Lowry. Right into the second half. To Powell. 5. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. He's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Irving. Nick. And looks like the... Yep, that's right. That'll get their...
I don't get it. He was so efficient in the first half. 0 turnovers. But since the break, he's been a disaster.
Here. Wrap by 9. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Complete. That time on the way up. That'll give him 2 free throws. With this with the assist tonight between the front and back court for the Celtics.
And their guards have been the ones to really here tonight with their ability to create shots. You talk about the big fellas. They love to try to get them involved offensively.
And he knocks down the...
And the Celtics. Aromatic, are both beloved in Boston, but they didn't hesitate to get younger at the same time.
In for the Celtics. Rozier comes in. He hits both from the stripe.
And thinking about the Celtics' choice to get younger, it's a strategic move in response to the super team interferes when the Warriors start to show a little chink in the armor moving forward. Offensively, you've got to make effort over the screen.
A better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Powell for 3. Sinks the... Powell's got 6 points.
And they're getting their points now. Triple. Past 5 minutes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here is Morris. He's big roles event every 12.5 points a game. And when Marcus Morris gets a defender, one-on-one situation, Greg, he feed it home.
And part of that might be from against his twin brother when they were young. Marcus Morris has a great knack to find a shot he likes. Terrific with his mid-range.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And you look at what, and it isn't going to jump out on this. But Steve, he gets so many minutes, but just don't show up in numbers you can really look at and feel.
You know, he's a floor spacer, and he fits well into the system they're running. What he gives you goes beyond the box score.
Kim is checked in from and Morris dropped
at first from the line this half.
He feeds it to Powell. Siakam kicks to Powell. The front of the Powell.
Those are teammates right there working one scene and the other using it to get that.
Here's Rozier, a good contributor to his team, averaging points a game.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have to be aggressive,
especially at that kind of height. Please draw the foul.
Celtics have shot the stripe 6 of 8, and Toronto checked in. Falls for and it's 6'4". Marcus Smart with terrific strength for a combo.
I mean, he can just flat out bully most guards and even hold his own against the bigs. Beyond though that stature, fire breathing type of player the Celtics look for.
Rozier, the Smart. A minute 4 quarter. Nice ball, Boston. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Pirtle. Nice job coming off that screen. Morris has got 8 points.
Yeah, gains separation by just working on Morris around the block enough times to know the angles.
Now here is Pirtle to game. Injection by Monroe. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Pirtle. Boston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Morris a screen. 49 seconds in the third. Here's Smart. Off the left rim and out. Toronto's 3 points in overall. There's the dish to right. Foul for three. Offensive rebound. Taken away. In a fast break now. Celtics. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Celtics need 7 out of 9 when to the line.
Two shots. Blue shots.
And he makes both free throws. 19 seconds left in the third. Right outside. To Siakam. Here's Anunoby. He's on the trifecta. Anunoby's got 5 points now this quarter. Rozier. That one misses. And so it's Boston in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Lead is where it is, but a lot of good shots. Back to the action after this word. Now it's into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Hey, we're doing so many good things on offense. Keep moving it. Keep looking for it. We just have to challenge us.
And with their motion, they're shot, but still looking for more stops on D.
Yeah, I mean, it always feels like there's more you can do defensively. The case here,
Thanks for jokes the fourth quarter of play. You've got no give. DeRozan out there with Wright, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. It's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
And that's a huge play. Even more like it against points are going to be key in this game.
We saw that's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Horford and Wright. Wright his third rebound tonight. The feed to DeRozan. He dishes it to Wright. It's 6. He took it.
And there's a starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And the Raptors looking for a way to break through the East. Smitty, how did they get past the Cavaliers?
I don't know, Kevin. That's the question. As long as LeBron James stands in their way, it won't be easy. DeMar DeRozan said it. The key will be finding another star. In today's NBA, you need at least 3 stars to win.
The Raptors, Baca comes in for Siakam, and it's Kyle Lyon for Wright. Thus changing it up. Aaron Baines, he's checked. Tatum, Marcus Morris, and it's Brown. And we've got an update here. David.
Well, I was able to listen in on Stevens had to say to him. He was very huddled. Let up now. And gotten us this far. We're almost there, guys.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Lowry. Following Al Horford. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Screened by Ibaka. And the Raptors hit.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting, getting pretty.
Here's Rozier, now recovering. Brown the pass to Horford. Advantage there and took it right in. And the Celtics lead by 5.
A top-notch post-game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
And it's sent back by Horford. And it's Raptors will take it the other way. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. Boston also with the sub. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Rozier. 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Outside. Here's Anunoby. Over Tatum. And it's off the rim. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. And that one is good. Now It's a 7-point Celtic lead.
How about that floor where they did a good job of scanning the court and getting the ball to the open man.
Here's on an open. Good work by Horford.
Can't finish. And nice job of all.
Irving again. From past the good and goes to Irving. Irving's 3 assists now in this one.
And just building on to the lead, extending it, trying to play.
The game has a number of ways it can go. All you can do is you're very at that moment.
Now here's Lowry. Shot clocks. Not to stop the run.
And they realized after that start, the field goal steadily climbing. They anything in that first break.
Here. It to Horford.
The best on display with just got it.
From 14, and there are the Raptors with another bucket. Celtics leading by 6. Kicks. Horford with a screen on Valanciunas. 5 on the clock. And it's Irving missing.
Man, that was an easy one there. Just a missed.
He'll take every time down the floor. Sure, he's kicking himself.
Green by DeRozan. Sets the to the middle. Here's her dishes to Tatum. Back to Irving. From long range.
But he said Henry has been a out 3.
Raptors trail by 9.
Judas with a screen on. Rosen kicks to the inside. Here's Ibaka, and off the front iron, and in it go.
It's a nice by Ibaka touch from me.
Now Brown feeds it to Irving, and the call, yes it is, a screen.
But on those there's never going to get the big.
Some, they just know how to get away with it. And
now here's by Ibaka. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. And it's off from 3-point range. Boston 7. Picked by Horford. Out. A shot on make.
This is a have to feel good about. And through the moments here in what looks to be a solid Boston.
They up at the
F just simply shot the ball well. To be proud.
In a push up, book contribution, phenomenal all-around game. Kyrie Irving.
You know, to pay attention what he became clear. He was the alpha dog on the offensive end.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's DeRozan. The 17-footer goes down.
One of his strong points, DeRozan is so dependable when he knocks those often.
Irving against Lowry. Outside Irving. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They took care of it like they were the home.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They're wrapped opposing fans.
And now let's with David Aldridge, who's standing this.
Thanks very much. Kyrie, it's like offensively.
It was amazing. More importantly, we couldn't have done it without my teammates. They did a heck of it every single minute of this game. It took everybody's effort from our bench. It took an effort to win.
15 men, but 1 man was the difference. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you. That'll save it all. And Steve Smith and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. Thanks for watching.